go. So long. I think that snapped. Has that just snapped? Oh, lovely. The spout is loose. Oh, fancy seeing you here. Good morning. We are going to be doing some plumbing again today. We're just doing jobbing about today. Not like one big job. It's just jobbing. So, first off, set of tap cartridges. Nice and easy. Ease us into it, eh? Ease us into it. So, let's get straight into the video. Right. I'm going to get on my way. Right, so I'm really hoping that by the end of today, we'll have some really good news. And the van should be ready to pick up. So, it's had a lot of work done to it, obviously. Replacing the engine. But, he sent me a photo. All of the front end is back on, the engine is in place, everything is tickety-boo, everything is tightened up, everything is ready to go. And then he went to put the rocker cover on and there was a little plastic clip missing. Now, very annoying, because you couldn't find the one on the original one. So, don't know. Anyway, he's ordered it and he's just waiting for it, and it turned up yesterday. So he hopefully should just be putting it on today and then just testing it. He said he's got the injectors left to put on and that's it. As long as the injectors are fine. I don't know. Anyway, I'm really hoping this van needs to go back. It needs to go back because it's due for an MOT on Thursday. So, you know, worst case scenario is this van's going to have to go back. We're going to have a day off. We're going to have to get some lifts to go and pick up the other van. Whatever. I don't know. It's not in my control, but definitely by the end of the week, bare minimum. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to get the van back. I can't wait. First thing I'm going to do is film a van tour, because I said I'd do one, but when's the van tour come in? And I was like, yeah, hang on, just got to do a few more bits, and then we'll do one. Well, guess what? Things get in the way, life gets in the way, but I really can't wait. I'm going to do a van tour. It's not finished, as in there is other things I did want to do. I'm just not gonna. I mean, they were things that took time and money, things that that van has taken away from me. So yeah. Anyway, we're basically at this job now, so let's go in and have a look. Well, it's a Bristol Easy Fit, which is annoying because the cartridges can sometimes be a little bit odd. Anyway, I want my own van. This is just. Well, I've not got enough space, everything's got disorganised. Right. I think that's my flathead. It is. I need that one. We'll take a spanner in because why not? Right, I think that's yeah, that's everything. A bit longer around here where they sort of screw down and you've got a rubber in the bottom that pinches up.
Does that mean you wouldn't have the mixer style though?
Yeah, you could still have a mixer. It's just finding those sort of more old-fashioned taps is easier said than done now. Yeah, I mean, to find an actual nice one, because a lot of them look like that, look like the old-fashioned type, but they still got cartridges inside of them, yeah. Oh, come on.
I just think it's interesting, isn't it, how like...
Right, so I've just gone off and I've gone and got the, oh God, the road's closed. Got off and got the tap cartridges. I just bumped in some I went to college with, all the way back when I was 16, 17. And he was like, you got to talk about college on your YouTube. And I said, I don't know if I do. Because we had some fun stories. We did have some fun stories. I was just a typical fucking idiot when I was 16. But yeah, when I was 17, I got a little van. There was Just a funny incident at McDonald's. I don't know if I should say anymore, really. But fuck it. We was at McDonald's. I'd only just passed my driving test. I got given a little tiny van, little Fiat Scudo, and I used to go to college in it. And in the 1 week, they give me what we used to call it the company Big Bertha, which is the van that you got when your van's in for an MOT or a service. And so I drove Big Bertha in, and I weren't used to driving this massive big van because I was only just past my driving test. And we went to McDonald's, and they all got in my van, went to McDonald's, and then I reversed and I hit the fence. But I didn't just hit the fence. There was a bike chained to that fence, which was then bowed in half. And I went, fuck, shit. So I left. Bit of a hit and run. And it was me, Phil was in the middle, and there was a lad called Alex on the end. And Alex laughed so hard that he had to open the door and be sick. Because he was laughing so hard at me, and I was pure panic. We got back to college. We walked in late, and the tutor said, "You all right?" And I was white, and I went, "Oh, I've hit a bike at McDonald's." And he went, "I think you should go back." And I went, "Yeah, I think I should," because I thought, well, I'm going to be on camera. So I drove back to McDonald's. I think Phil came with me, and I was really panicking. I got into McDonald's and I said, I hit the bike outside, and they went, "Oh yeah, don't worry about that, that's been chained up for months." And I was like, oh, thank God. So anyway, got back, I looked at the back of the van, and all of the rear light was shattered, just shattered. And all I could think was, my boss is going to kill me. My boss is going to kill me. And then when we was driving back, they was in a car behind me because we lived in the same sort of area. We was driving back, I went over a crossroads, and a guy hit the van and wrote it off. Hit it so hard that the actual side of the van was crumpled up to my shoulder. So if I was in the little Fiat Scudo, I'd be dead. There would be no me. But because I was in Big Bertha and it was up high, I actually survived that car accident. Now the guy was uninsured and he was speeding and everything. And he said, "Oh, you're all right." And I said, "Yeah." Lucky, really. Saves me explaining to the boss about the rear light. But the guy was fine that hit me. He did end up in a hedge, but he was fine. But yeah, we had some silly stories at college, and that was the one that everyone took the piss out of me until the very last day of college. They were still winding me up about the McDonald's bike and my pathetic reaction to it. Oh no, my boss is going to sack me. And yeah, to this day, he's never found out that I fucked the rear light. Anyway, there we go. Let's go get these tabs fitted. Pop you back in. Come on. Come on. Where's that one not going? Oh, there we go. Being stubborn. There's one. There's two. Pop them back on. Oh, come on. One. And two. Right. No drips. Very good. Right, jobbed. I like to breeze through the tap cartridges because I do them every day, so it's not super interesting. Right, we're going to go over and we're going to go have a look at a shower. It's not working. It's not working. I said, is it electric? She said, no, I don't think so. Basically, sorry. Basically, this is the problem she's described to me, is she has to turn it on fully hot, then turn it down, otherwise it doesn't work. So basically the thermostatic cartridge inside of it is probably shagged. She's getting by with using it, which is good. A lot of people, when the thermostatic cartridge goes, that's it, they're no good. But yeah, we go have a look at that one. I'll show you what I do and how I order them, because I presume it's going to need, I'm going to have to order a new one. Alright, so there's the shower unit, and it says it on it, Moira Adapt. Basically, yeah, you have to set it onto the hottest setting, and then you can come back. But if you set it on 7, which is what she has it on, turn it on, it's just cold. So thermostat cartridge in there. I'll look up how to take all this off and everything before I come. But yeah, we're just working here, so it's all going to be in this part here. So I presume under there maybe there's a grub screw, or I don't know. Well, this plate will just come off, which it looks like it will. Anyway, worry about that later. And then we have this. Was it an Elson Gold Direct? This is getting replaced. It has the installation date on it somewhere. 1997. So 1997 it was fit. And this is going to be a much smaller one, just for a single person. So all that's coming out. We've got enough on there to extend that. Drop that down. So we've got 2 immersion switches there. Expansion vessel. Cold comes in the top and the hot comes out the top, which is unusual. The only thing I am a bit worried about is drain off. It's been in there since 1997. That'll be fun to open up. But all of our discharge pipe work's already there. Nothing old style ton dish. And there we go. Right, so that's coming out as well. Right, so how do I do shower cartridges, shower valves, shower handles, anything to do with showers? National Shower Spares. So there you go. There's a website I use. Not paid. Don't even suggest that. Right? It's just the website I use. The reason I use them is they always send out the right parts for me. I've never had to send something back or they've sent the wrong thing. They send it fairly quick. You can pay for express delivery, all the rest of it. Now, if you come across a shower valve and it's got no branding on, which we do all the time, it's really annoying. Take a photo of the outer cover. Take the outer cover off to expose the shower valve, and then you can email them. Right? They're so good with emailing. You get pretty immediate responses. You have a proper dialogue with an actual human being. Nothing's automated, and you just go, right, I've got this shower, I don't know what it is, here's some photos, and they'll go, that's an Aztec 57. I don't know, I made that up. But that one in there, super easy because it's got it printed on it. So type that in on National Shower Spares, and it's got a cartridge on there, and it says that cartridge will also fit a Moira blah blah blah, Moira blah blah blah. And so you're like, yeah, there you go. Now it's got Apple Pay, just on your phone, easy. You don't even have to put your card details in. So they are super easy to work with. They got all the prices are excluding VAT, and then it says it underneath when you go to pay it, it's got it with including VAT. So it's just, I don't know, it's just easy. My customers love it. I usually get my customers to order it through them, and I'm like, honestly, it's really easy. Now, especially if they got to take photos and do messaging back and forth, I usually get the customers to do it. But with that case, you know, she's an elderly customer. I've just brought it. I'll get it delivered to mine, which I'm usually against. I don't like getting stuff delivered to my house because if it gets lost or blah, 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 or you get a customer calling you up, is it there yet? Is it there yet? She is super chilled out. Now, whilst we were there, she wants me to replace her cylinder. So it is the best job ever. I love direct unvented cylinders. That's so simple. One pipe in, one pipe out, and then whatever your discharge is. Well, there's already one in there, so we know the discharge pipe work pretty good. We can use that. We'll just, you know, alter it to suit, but it's already there. It's already been drilled through the wall. It already discharges wherever it discharges. So it couldn't be any easier. You're stood in one place and you get to do a nice bit of pipe work. You know, you're throwing it in and it's gonna look pucker because I'm doing it. And it's ground floor. Although it is a flat, it's a ground floor flat. So even easier when it comes to actually removing it and dragging the new one in and all the rest. So that's got booked in, and she's paid for that. So she made the decision pretty quick. Did speak to her son. The reason that she's swapping it out is she's going for a way smaller one. So you'll see the size difference on Monday when I film that and put that out there. So you're going from what, 200 and something, 280 litre to 120 litre. Massive difference. Plus, that thing's been in since 1997. Yeah, that makes me feel old knowing that that is nearly 30 years old. So, knowing that that is nearly 30 years old, you can imagine that is going to be filled with limescale, which is going to be fun draining it. But if you can imagine how inefficient it is to heat up, and you're heating up all that water for one person who has showers, not baths, showers, one shower in the morning, and then the rest of it is just washing up dishes and washing your hands. Ridiculous to have that much stored water for that. So we're going for a way smaller one. So there we go. Perfect jobs. So she paid me for the materials, so I'm going to go and get that. Well, I've already ordered. I've already called up and got it ordered, but I'll go off and I'll actually get the merchant paid. So they're all paid up now. It's a small merchant. They can't get the cylinder without a £30 surcharge for it to get delivered. Otherwise they've got to order multiple from the same company. And now I'm not waiting for someone else to order one. Stuff that could be ages. They've done me with that before, where I've gone, where is it? And they've gone, well, we're waiting for someone else to order one. That's no good to me. So I've just decided to pay that extra 30 quid for the delivery. Stuff it, why not? So, well, customers decided, not me. It's her decision ultimately. But right, there we go. Right, the rest of the video is gonna seem all out of sync. And the reason being is I've got loads of footage from last week where I started filming, didn't bother filming the rest of the day, or there was one day that just ended up being stupidly short of a day, really. And so I don't want to lose all that footage. I'm going to put it all now at the end of this footage whilst I go and I sort out all these materials and everything else. And then if I do any other work today, don't worry, it'll be in tomorrow's video. You're not going to miss out. But I just don't want to lose all that. I did film a couple of like little jobs and stuff, so enjoy. Right, on to another one. We're in the middle of the busiest fucking village ever. But customer sent me a photo, well, a video. Looks like it's just the spout is loose. I don't know. Let's go check it out.
Just needed a little bit of brute force or a washer.
There we go. Well, I always look at a job and suss it out before I get my phone out, and I fixed it before I even got my phone out. Pushed it hard, tightened it up, job done. Whatever. Right, easiest money I've ever made, I think. Weren't even worth telling you about, was it? But there we go. another job down. So my next job, I know what it is. It is replacing this. So a lot of people wonder where I get them from. Blah, blah, blah. I just get them from John Nichols. So I don't know why that's unusual, but there's all of your product codes and everything. It's made by Ideal Standard, Armaton shanks, and these are the replacement washers for the flush valve. Apparently they are discontinued. You can't buy the actual mechanism, but you can still get those washers. So if the mechanism's broke, we're out of luck. So if you are going replacing toilets, you see one of them valves, I suggest you keep it, because they're a very sturdy, tough valve. So mechanically they don't fail very often. So when they do, rather than having to strip everything down, and I mean you can't just replace it with a completely different flush valve, keep an old spare. So I've got one at home, and that just sits in my shed for if that was to ever come up. So there you go. But yeah, we're going to go swap this out. I'll show you how to do it. You don't really need any tools, to be honest with you. Maybe a pair of grips. Maybe a pair of grips. Alright, let's get this out of the packet. So all we really want is that. Not going to have to turn off any water or anything, because we're going to be quick. Click that. It just turns anti-clockwise a little bit, just to pop it up on clips. And you see there's our old one, which is perished. And also covered in lime scale. Can we open this blind? There we go. A little bit of light in. Right, so all I'm going to do is using some grips, pliers, I'm going to pull this off. Like this. It's a particularly nasty one. I'm going to get a new one. We're literally just going to push that over. And there we go. Run your finger round to make sure that it's in the groove. And then we're going to put our finger, get behind this, and run our finger around there. And there we go. All done. Ready to go back in. So just drop it back in. Find the way it goes. Away to go. Like that. There we go. Job done. Right, so there we go. No more trickling into the pan. Now, I've got to tell the customer as well, that's obviously been sat on a shelf upright. For it to go flat, it might need to actually settle in. So the rubber has to kind of find its place. But you shouldn't really get any trickles down. So there we go. Just get rid of this. And job done. Right, so I've got some pipe work to do. I've already dismantled it. It was a push fit T, and then underneath was a check valve that just was a check valve for a toilet. It's not doing anything. Don't work as an isolation. It's pap. So I've gone off and got some got a flexi hose. You gonna go, mate? Yeah, you go. Got a flexi hose so that just make it easier for myself. So I'm going to do a little bit of pipe work, and then it's a concealed cistern, bastard. I'm going to do that, and then we're going over to another job. It's a little bit out of the way. It's the end of the day. It's an emergency job, but we're going to go there anyway. And it is another concealed cistern. Needs a flush valve, so we'll go do that. Alright, so that's what I need to link up. So we're going to go T on there, elbow on there, and then our fill valve there. Come on. looks good. We've got that connected up there. There we go. Dropped. Right, so we're here. Eagle-eyed viewers will know that we've been here before. So look, the button has snapped. It's no good. So we need to replace all of the internals and put cable type Viva on. So this place is empty. Not long. Apparently the new people are on their way. Right. I think that's snapped. Is that just snapped? Oh, lovely. I'll have to screw that back on. That's the clip that goes in there, look. And that one's... that one's come off. Oh, nightmare. The button will be fun to put on. I don't know how that actually goes on there. It's not like it's got like a... let's see. Okay, front piece comes off. And then, what's it, glued? Someone's glued it on? Yeah, they glued it. It's glued. Right. Let's try and get that off first. So, where is my knife? Right, I found it. So, you can actually see the glue. So it's been glued all the way around. See, horrible stuff like this, I like to just get it out of the way rather than having to deal with this at the end. So, there we go, there's our button out. I mean, it's completely collapsed inside. Whatever was on the back has snapped off, so let's sort out the button first. First off, I've got to try and get rid of this glue. Okay, it is actually coming off quite well. Because that's our cover plate, and it sits in there, which only just sort of covers. Not really. That's the best we can do, and then we'll just clean up the rest of this. So, let's see the rest of the Viva button. Back plate for the back, and this is the button itself, which is just obviously like a normal button, but it comes with this wider plate so that you can obviously put it in the bigger holes like that. Oh look, Inception, you can see yourself. Right, put that on there. Right, that one, then this one. Lovely. How does that work? Just try this quick. Okay, so there's that one on there, but that's not tight. So why is that not tight? Is it because put that on there first? Oh, it's been a while. There we go. Oh, we'll get some spray and we'll clean that all up. Right, now, so we need to remove this panel. So we've got to cut this silicone around here. So you're just using a knife. There we go, right. Cut that out. There we go, that's that out. Now we can actually start working on this. So first off, we need to turn off the water supply. So actually there's an isolation down there for a flathead. So let's get that turned off. No, we're not touching that. Oh my God. as soon as you touch it, water comes out. Right, we're turning it off downstairs. So that's all off. Just going to unclick that and get her out. Right, so I've got a towel in there, just dried it out. So now we need to discombobulate this by grabbing on that and twisting. Grabbing on that and twist it. There we go. That's got it now. Right. Undo that back nut there. And then we can lift that little basket out. So inside of our bag, we're going to have two different, we don't need that one, two different ones. One that comes on it is the slightly smaller one, which is, I don't know, 1.5 inches. So that's all we need. The only thing though is, it doesn't come with a new nut and washer to put in here. So you have to use the old one, which is a bit of a pain, but it doesn't matter too much. We'll just put some PTFE around it and we'll make it good. So let's get this dropped in. So the back nut and washer are already on the pipe, and this is just going to drop down like that and drop down in there like that. So the same thing but in reverse, we're going to tighten up that back nut there like that. So now we need to get this rubber and push it up to like this. Get it ready. Now we're going to wrap that with PTFE tape. And now that that's all been wrapped up with PTFE tape, we can now put this flush pipe nut. Tighten that up. There we go. Right, so before I start getting this all back together, the water is now on. We can check for leaks around this back nut. Nothing there. So now we can flush it, and all I'm going to do is just physically lift this part up. So feel all around there, but you also might have disturbed the flush cone in the back. So get your finger around there, see if you've got any leaks, or use a bit of tissue paper. It's always best. Right, so that's all good. We go give it a couple of flushes. Now, this is the clip that snapped off of here, so we got to just screw that there. Screw that back in there. So we're going to just put a screw through the side. Alright, so that's all back on there. We screwed that through there. We just got to clip this button onto that piece. But we can do that afterwards because I'm trying to do everything one-handed. So that should just push on there. There we go, that's clicked in there. And this button just clicks onto there. So you just, that's the release for it. Pull that out, make sure that's all fine. Put that cable somewhere to the side, out of the way. In fact, we could, there's nowhere to go through. That's just gonna have to go like that. But whatever you do, don't listen to me, because that piece has to go on first before this one can go on. Alright, so there we go, we screwed the lid down. This operates perfect. And I've also got a silicone gun and just renewed round there. Jobbed. Right, so we are going over to do a little emergency job. So my Airbnb customer has said that he's got a guest coming in today, end of play today, but the shower is not working. Now, it's a homemade shower. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Anyway, I need to go and get fuel because we're really low on fuel. But I've dropped off the giveaway stuff, blah, blah, blah. I've realised I've got one spare left over. Anyway, so, I don't know, I'll do something with that. Right. Let's go to that job. There we go. It's all on.
I think it was, turn the water on.
Turn it back off.
Is it hot?
Well, that's the thing, is it hot?
Huh?
That's the thing, is it going to be hot, or is it been turned off?
Say that again.
Oh no, it's hot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just add a little bit of coal.
That's good.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's a cool shower.
Sorry?
It's a very cool shower.
Cold?
Cool looking.
Oh.
Well, that was a long drive for not a lot really. Just, you can see it's got gate valves on, and basically the gate valves had sort of seized a little bit. This property's been empty for a fair old while since they did the renovation, did the install. It's like a Airbnb holiday let sort of place, which are just finishing off their first ever arrivals, and so obviously it was a bit of an emergency for me to go over and get it working, and it just turned out they were like crunchy. So all I've done is taken them apart, lubed them up and put them back together. So that's that one. Right, I'm gonna go, I don't know, maybe go for a coffee or something, and then I'll round my day off with a bit of decorating or whatever, I suppose. I mean, it's Friday, so whatever. First job, we're here at an empty house, customer of mine. It's a shame because they moved to Kent, so they're not really going to be my customer anymore, but they've asked me if I could just pop round and take a meter reading. So we're going to be taking a meter reading at the meter. Get a photo of that. Hopefully it's over by the front gate, because I know that's where that stop tap is. So we're going to do that. I don't know if he's left a key, if there is an internal meter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll get cracked on with that. And then for the rest of the day, we've got some odds and sods to do. Someone asked in the last video, can they get any t-shirts with this? They saw it in a video, this logo here. So I'll tell you what that's about, because I've got a couple of bits that are just branding, but this is something that I've always kept on my shoulder, just to remind me of something that was a really good memory. So it's not okay to be okay. It was a charity event called Plumfest that we did back about 2 years ago. Held it locally, and it was me, Blue Bulldog and Central Heat King set it up, and I don't think they get enough credit for this, but those two lads did a hell of a lot of work to get that event organised. And the event, we just raffled off loads of tools, loads of tools. We raised a load of money for the charity Mind, which is obviously mental health, and it's a big thing for me. I love doing anything for mental health charities. But yeah, that was a couple of years ago. Something I get asked about doing again. Got a couple of people show some support in that. It was really nice to have Alan Hart and Andy Cam and lots and lots and lots of other people, Jones the Gas, people like that, come down to show their support. Meet some young lads that might not necessarily be plumbers, but they're interested in becoming plumbers, so getting them to network, and they can ask us for advice and all sorts of stuff like that at the event. So it was really, really good. And then that logo, we actually put that on t-shirts, and well, for every £10 donation you got a free t-shirt, so it helped raise a load of money. Now, someone asked me on the last video, could they get a t-shirt with that on, but they sold a long time ago. We literally had hundreds, about 200 t-shirts made, and they all sold. But yeah, maybe one day I'll put it on something and try and raise some more money. But there's no plans immediately to do anything like that. Although there is one plan that we do have sort of thrown out there amongst a little group of people to do maybe another sort of Plumfest type thing, meet up at least. So if you guys would be interested in coming along to a big plumbing meet up, raise a bit of money, and yeah, do all of that sort of stuff, then let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll get something organised soon. Get some of your favourite content creators down there so you can meet them, and then you can chat all things plumbing if you want. Or you talk about mental health, or talk about whatever you want. Or just come down, chill out, have a beer, and do whatever. So, let's go look at this meter. Right, so this is the property here. It's quite a large estate. Now, down the end of the drive there is that building there is an annex. It's a big sort of annex. So I should think if there's going to be a water meter, it's going to be outside, because I presume it will go to both properties. Now, I'm pretty sure I used to turn the water off behind here somewhere, because there's an outside tap, so we can't be too far. Ah, there we go. There's one out there, the other side of the wall. Well, it looks quite modern, so I'm hoping it's going to be on this. Now I need to just find where we can pop this off. Take this out. Oh, lovely. There's a whole ant's nest in there. Sorry, little ants. And there's our water meter there. So we just got to clear this off. And you see them numbers on there. And you've got some dials, hopefully not spinning, because there's no one in the property, so there shouldn't be anything running. Doesn't look like it. But that's as well where you can see if there's a leak or whatever. So I'm going to clear that off, take a photo and get that sent over to the customer. Right, so there we go. I sent this photo over to the customer so that they can see their meter reading. It's better to take a photo of it as well as actually just giving them the reading. So that they've got it as evidence and it's there then. So there we go. Right, so for the rest of the day, we've got an emergency leak, which can't get hold of her. So hopefully she'll ring me back soon. Another one, which is a leak in water softener, but I've just had a look and she said, oh, I'm not back till the 28th. So 2 days time. So sometime next week we'll sort that out. Now, I've got to go and sort out that shower screen as well from the other day. So where are they? I need to... Oh, God, I need to find that number. Why don't I just write stuff down? And then also... I've wrote something in my notes. Right. I think it's going to be the shower screen next. So let me find them, get in contact, and then we'll go over there. Right, so there we go. There's a couple of little bits that I filmed and then just didn't finish the videos because I just weren't in the mood last week, really. Or it was just a nightmare because, like that last one, couldn't get anything else in. Just a nightmare. So there we go. There's a couple of little extra bits, just extra bits. I know this hasn't been the most riveting video in the world, but at least I'm in a fairly good mood. Update with the van. It's not ready to pick up. Oh. He's hoping that maybe tomorrow afternoon I can have it, providing he wants to test it and give it a good run and everything else, which, yeah, it makes sense. He wants to make sure that it's all kosher before he gives it back to me, which is what it is. So it will probably be tomorrow evening at the very earliest, or Thursday morning, which just ruins the week really for me, but is what it is. But I need to get the little van back, so it's going back tomorrow after I finish work tomorrow, and then Thursday I'll just get a lift, hopefully someone will be really kind and give me a lift that I know. So there we go. Right, peace out. Just thumb it up. I'm not going to ask you for anything more. Right, bye. Right, so I'm editing this again and adding even more stuff into it because it was a bit of a longer video, 45 minutes so far. updates. Obviously, clearly, I'm in with PJs, mate. I'm off today. I'm sort of editing. But we got some good news. The van is running. It's so nice to hear someone starting it and running it. So, there you go. It's just, I need to get a lift to Norwich, which is easier said than done at the last minute. Just going, oh, can you take me to Norwich, please, mate? So, I've got to try and sort out some way of actually getting to Norwich to pick it up. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to today. It might be tomorrow. So basically there will be no uploads for the rest of the week. We'll have to just start from next week. And do you know what the first video will be? A fucking van tour. I hope so. I really, please, I just want to do a van tour. It'll be so good. We'll load up the van. We'll do a van tour. I'll tell you about what van stock I keep. Although I need to actually get some van stock. But I'll try and make it like the best video that I can possibly make. Okay? Right. I need to jump in the shower. Peace out.